Hey guys, it's Miss Duncan here. I am going to teach you all about your learning plan. Think of this as your one-stop shop for everything you need to know for the week. Um, so let's just dive right in. To find your learning plan, you're going to log into your Drive, click your Shared with Me, find the folder with your name on it, and then your learning plan will be here. It's not going to be in each week's tab or each week folder. The folders for each week are just there to house any documentation we have for offline work, work study things, next step, all of that will go in those week folders. Your learning plan is just one spreadsheet that is good for the entire year. So let's just jump right in. Whenever you open your learning plan, it's going to open to your homepage. Up here we have our EPIC information. It has your EPIC ID number, your email address, and then your password's probably, it's going to be blank because you created your password yourself. So if you want your password added here, then you can email it to me and I will put it on here for you, because these pages that have the block on them, you cannot type on, just I can. So let's talk about gradable assignments. These items must be completed in their entirety in order to receive a gradable assignment point. So that means if for English you have 5 assignments and you only complete 3 of them, you will not earn your gradable assignment points, or maybe you will earn half the points. If you want the full point value, you have to complete everything for that area completely. Now remember that this is how we track attendance. If you're not doing work, showing up to meetings, responding to the teacher, you are considered absent. After 15 days, you will be withdrawn from EPIC for truancy. If you're withdrawn twice in the same school year, you may not return to EPIC this school year. Going to the yellow boxes, this is your curriculum login information. The sites that you're using will be listed here with your username and passwords. Most everything is housed in Clever, so a lot of it's going to say login with Clever. This green box is helpful information. Here is the Zoom link to our class Zoom. So if you have a Zoom meeting with me, this is the link. You can go straight to your learning plan and click here, and it'll take you to the meeting. Beasley Technology, if you have any computer or technology issues with your MiFi device, your laptop, anything like that, password reset, you're going to call Beasley Technology at this phone number. Here's your EPIC school calendar, the syllabus for our class, so expectations, what my job is, what the student's job is, and what the parent's job is. This is a link to the Zoom expectations that you guys have read and answered questions about. Here's a link to the Student Parent Handbook. If you want information on the Learning Fund, you can go here. If you want information on extracurriculars, driver's ed, dance classes, basketball, things like that, you go here. EPIC Ed website, you guys all should have watched the awesome video about how to use the EPIC Ed website, and that video will be linked right here as well. If you need to request forms for your driver's permit or your transcript, any kind of records requests, you can click here. This is a link that takes you to the parent orientation found on the epiccharterschools.org website. And it's got tons of information for EPIC families. Here is the link to my YouTube channel where I've uploaded tons of helpful videos. And then here is the parent portal login to check grades and things like that. Over here in the orange is the 3 before me rule. I spend a lot of my time working one-on-one with students, and when I'm on a meeting, I try not to answer my phone, I try not to check emails, any of that. My focus is solely on that one person that I'm working on or working with. So I'm asking that you respect that time by completing the 3 before me rule. So before you reach out to me for help, you need to try 3 of these things. And whenever you come to me, I'm going to ask, well, what 3 things did you try already? And I will ask you, how did it go? Why wasn't it helpful? What do you think you're making a mistake on? We just need to be prepared to have that conversation. It can't just be, I don't understand. I need to know specifically what you don't understand and what things that you have tried. So Homework Help is your online tutoring sessions. Epic Ed is the website that I've shown you that has tons and tons and tons of lessons. So you can go find the topic that you're working on and see if there's some extra videos or some PowerPoint lessons that go into detail, some Epic Coach videos. Go back to your learning tool assigned. So is it the lesson in Play-Doh? Go back and re-watch it. Use your notes. All of those things. YouTube. If you're working on reducing fractions, then you can go to youtube.com and type in reducing fractions, and you're going to get hundreds, if not thousands, of helpful videos. Looking at your notes, when you are in Play-Doh, you should be utilizing the guided notes and uploading those to your folder. And I am going to send you a video on how to do that, and I'm going to link that video over here in your helpful information tab. Almost every class you take has guided notes with it that you can type. It's just fill in the blanks. As you're going through the lesson, you're going to be filling in the blanks with the answers. And then you can then use that on your test, because a lot of the Play-Doh tests require you to spell things correctly. And I don't want you to get a question wrong just because you don't know how to spell some vocabulary word. So I will be asking to see your notes just so I can see, maybe where you're making your mistake. Google, just like YouTube, go to google.com, type in the skill that you're working on, and you're going to get so many resources. And then iExcel. If you are working in iExcel, you can click the problem that you're working on and select Learn with an Example at the top to see how to solve the problem. And then if you are getting a question wrong, make sure you are clicking to see the solution and going through the steps that you're supposed to take to solve that problem. This next tab is your pacing calendar. It just goes over, basically what I do is I take all the standards and lessons you're supposed to complete for the whole school year, and I divide it by the number of weeks we have school. And then that's how I determine how much work you do each week. So on here, I have included things if I'm going to be out of the office, if I'm going to be testing students a lot, if the school Epic offices are closed. If Epic offices are closed, then I'm usually not available either. If we have breaks, those are here listed. Now remember that at Epic, our breaks are only given if all of your work is complete before the break begins. So if you are 2 weeks behind, then you're probably not going to get your Thanksgiving break because you're going to be working on those 2 weeks of assignments that you're behind in. And then your next tab is your high school schedule. So I'm going to list all of the classes that you're taking and then where that class is. So if you're taking a foreign language, then it'll have your foreign language thing listed here. Any other info I have about the class, I will type and add here. And then once that class is finalized, I'll put your final grade here so that you can see it. Then the rest of the tabs are the weeks of school. So whatever week of school we're on, and look at the dates, that's what you're going to click on. So this is just an example, so yours is not going to look this way. But I'm going to list all of the classes. If you're working in a block schedule, you're just going to have one class listed and then all of your assignments. If you're working in a little bit in each class a week, then it'll be listed just like this, with the name of the class here, your teaching tool. And you should be doing your assignments in the order that they are listed here. I put them in this order so that it makes sense. Like you can't just jump in and do your iExcel lesson if you haven't even watched the video that teaches you the topic. So make sure that you do these in order. So assignment, your teaching tool here is YouTube. And then this student is supposed to watch and take notes. Watch this video and take notes. After they do that, you can mark done. Then I will go back and insert your grades whenever I do grades. So here for Algebra 1, the teaching tool is Play-Doh. And then this is the lesson that they're supposed to be working on, expressions. So let me show you what that looks like. When you log into your Play-Doh account, you'll see the name of the assignment that is on your learning plan. You are supposed to do everything for that section. So I'm going to do the tutorial, which is the lesson, and I'm going to take those guided notes. I'm going to complete the practice questions, and then I'm going to take my mastery test. So all three of these things fall underneath this expressions name. So I'm going to say that one more time. I'm listing expressions here, and that means that you do everything under that expressions category. So when I go to expressions and I go to the tutorial, I can open the tutorial. And if I click here, this folder, I can see the guided notes. You want to open these notes. When you ask me for help, I am going to say, when we meet, I'm going to say, okay, pull up your notes. Let's go over your notes. Let's talk about it. So these should be completed. So as you're going through your lesson, you can pause your videos, pause your slideshow, and go back to your notes, answer it. So if I answer order of operations, the order in which you solve an equation. Now I just know that, but you can go back and look. And then I'm going to fill in this blank. And again, I'm getting this information from the tutorial. Okay, and you do anything that is in your tutorial. So any questions there are, you complete those. Now, when you're done with your notes, you should download them to your computer and title them. What is it that you are working on? This lesson was called expressions, so I'm going to save it as expressions. Then, when I get to my folder, if it was week 1, I'm going to right click and I am going to upload a file, and I am going to upload my expressions notes so that they are there for you. Oh, I need to save it first. So they are there for you and for me whenever we go to discuss them. Okay, and then after you finish an assignment on your learning plan, you mark it off. So after I finish all of the parts, the tutorial, the practice, and the mastery test, then I will check the box. Do not check the boxes off unless you are completely done with the assignment. If you have questions or anything, you can put that in the other info box. Maybe it's you're going to put I need help, and you're making that note for yourself that you need to go back to that one because you're going to skip and you're going to go ahead and start English. Because you've done the 3 before me and you still can't find your answer. So you just want to make a note to yourself that you need help and then move on to your next class. Don't waste your time while you're waiting on me. Then after we help, we can go back and you can finish your assignment. I hope you find this helpful. This is essential. You have to look at this every single day. You have to follow the expectations on how to use this. So save this video somewhere so that you can access it over and over and over and over again. And make sure you always scroll. Okay, down here you can use this bar to scroll across to make sure that you are completing everything on your learning plan. And same thing for going down. If you have any questions about this, call me, text me, email me, and I will be happy to help you with whatever it is that you are confused about. Happy learning. Talk to you soon.